So this has been my big insight today, especially as I've given a lot of thought to an outcome-based transition plan. And I confess I came into this looking at an 8-stage process that the denomination had done a lot of great work on to guide a church through the coming of a transitional pastor to the building of a bridge for a new pastor to come. But we've said, you know what, we don't care about getting through the stages very fast, we care about what it produces for us. We want the long term that will actually take us to a new place. So I was looking back over last year, the first year I've been here, and this is the business meeting items from October of 2019. And it's a 2-page front and back. It's kind of funny if you look back now. COVID-19 was not planned for. And we thought that, hey, once we got rolling, we were just going to have a blast working up all these projects and being able to report back to the church and zippity-doo-dah, we'd be done, you know? But it isn't that easy. And I went back and I reviewed this, and we had 9 different items on here. Things like just keeping the church running. Who's gonna do the nominating committee when we don't have enough people to do the nominating committee? What are we gonna do about a mission team when we haven't been doing outreach much at all? We've been kind of holding our own, and then the virus on top of it all. What were we gonna do about? Well, long story short, I went back in the church minutes and I said, look, I want to put all these 9 things on the shelf so that I can do this transitional plan, the way the book said. Okay, and you all were very gracious and you understood that. What we basically said was we would take those 9, and as we wanted to, we would pull them out and put them into practice. And actually, we have done that. The pavilion is a great example. We talked about the Building and Grounds Committee as relates to the trustees. And we had that money there, and we said, you know what, even though this transition is going to go on, it's really time to get that pavilion built. And lo and behold, congratulations, way to go team. It is out there right now, and it has bells and whistles yet to go to make that a wonderful thing. So we were able to take off of that and implement it while this was going on, but actually this stopped. So I've been thinking about it today, and some of the big things on here are like the Constitution and bylaws. Like, what committees should we have? What kind of leadership groups and functional dynamics should we have? Is our church polity functional? And reality check, I've come to see that these things are not the things we need to set aside. These things are most likely the things we need to deal with to get through this transition process to the outcomes that we're going to explore. So I think there's a reason that I went back to 2014, and these were sticking points, these were difficulties, these were things that have never really been resolved, and they have had consequences of not being resolved. And it creates some congregational dispersion, it creates some uncertainty in people's lives. So the way to do transition is not to forget this. It's actually, I believe, the Lord has shown me this is the agenda for part of the transition, to produce the outcomes we want. Still processing that. I'm going to invite you to pray with me about the wise way to go here.